coffee good though? Yeah, she's a good one. She's a good chicken.
No, this one right here. Look, you got another mama here.
I know, by the coop. She's the one I saw on the way out yesterday.
Interesting, isn't it?
Ooh, I love my red pepper flakes though. All day. Want the more yolky one or the
Yolk.
Where's my coffee? Take my coffee.
Shit long in that, probably.
Oh yeah, that's an old show. Isn't he the kind that would always wear like the bow tie and stuff?
Hired for advertisement.
Mm-hmm. The butterflies like the fake lady koi, or maybe they're trying to go for the avocado. There you go. There you go, please. You guys see the honey? Come get your honeys. Come get your honeys, honey balls. Oh, that was cool. It's snack time.
On your right side.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a Thursday and we just finished having some breakfast and just sipping our coffee over here. And in a moment we're gonna head down to the raised beds because today's garden day. It's gonna be fun because I haven't hung out in the garden for a minute. I have a lot of plants and little seedlings that I want to get going in the raised beds also. Just because I am in a new spot right now. I'm not sure if you've noticed. This property is so beautiful. There's already a lot of fruit trees going on already, like a kumquat. So many bananas. There's a big mango tree like right in front of me. A lot of avocado varieties. There's a lot more. I just can't think of them right now. But yeah. I'm excited because the raised beds are right next to the house and there's already 3 dilapidated raised beds going on. There's framework, so it's something to work around, which I'm kind of glad there's already a small kind of establishment going for me to just kind of fix up as opposed to like starting from scratch completely. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like doing that kind of thing too, but I'm working 2 jobs now, so it's kind of hard to, it's a lot of my plate at the moment. I'm working back-to-back doubles like 4 days in a row, early mornings and late nights, so it's been kind of difficult lately. It's all good. It's gonna be a great day spending time in the garden. Today I want to focus on clearing and weeding the raised beds because they haven't been really taken care of for a couple months. That's what I'm here for. I'm just kind of preparing the space so I can install my own seedlings and some plants that I got from the local nursery. I already have a couple bags of dirt going and you never know, I might be able to plant everything today. If not, I have another day off tomorrow so I can start installing tomorrow also. But yeah, I'm just super stoked because this is a beautiful place I'm at. There's a lot of coconut palm trees also here. But yeah, it rains here pretty much every night, if not every other night. So it's kind of great because then I don't have to really water the beds every single day because of the hot Hawaiian sun that we get here. And everything is on watering catchment. So I also just kind of want to be mindful of how much I'm watering the raised beds, which is where the rain comes along and helps assist out. But yeah, I'm gonna head down to the raised beds and I will see you guys there.
I don't think that I'm being that selfish right now. Said yourself you'd be brave and nearly vow.
Are you taking a Lilikoi vine
I
off?
can understand you're tired
Oh, wow.
of this town.
That looks so much better.
Saying that we have to settle down.
Yeah.
Just remember this. We could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just stardust. Ignore this fact if you must. To do what your dreams are telling you to do.
Yeah.
And I'll be out there looking for someone like you. Stardust, stardust. I'm the lazy one, so I guess I should have known. You say the stuff you wanna do is a long ride home. But if your dreams are making it hard to think straight, if you still love me, I can wait. And remember this. We could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just stardust. Ignore this fact if you must. To do what your dreams are telling you to do. And I'll be out there looking for someone like you. Hey, I don't think you're supposed to go. Maybe I'm just too slow. But we should just lean together. We could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us find each other out there. Made us realize we're more than just
Get some lavender. Ooh, this pepper is like already growing. Okay. Got thyme. I'm gonna do some lavender. And what else can I put in right now? So I'm gonna grab this lavender. I have a jalapeno pepper over here that I got from a nursery up country. They do all organic starts. I'm gonna just start mingling the different types of edibles in here, and I mean in terms of I'm gonna put some fruiting vegetables and also some herbs just to kind of help deter slugs. So I have lavender, rosemary, a whole mess of mint. I'm gonna do sage also. I'm just gonna spread herbs all over these raised beds just because I know that herbs help repel slugs, and out here where it's super wet and lush, we do get slugs fairly frequently, but you can deter them and eventually just kind of keep them from coming into this area at all. So I'm gonna try and do that one. Always a good sign when there's earthworms at like closer to the surface. Check that out. We just got good rain, so these guys are coming up so hard right now. little pause just to show what I have in the ground so far. A little lavender over here, nasturtium, catnip, and pepper. Just kind of doing that back and forth action, doing an herb every other column, I guess I want to say, just to help deter slugs. I did find just one fat tan slug right here, and I slayed it with my machete. But I was just noticing as I was working that it was probably a better idea to get this bed going first, just chop all that up, and then bring that back here. So I just moved all the compost, dead matter, just moved it all over there to the unused bed at the moment. Just to clear out this area and just to kind of make it easier to plant things, you know, dig holes, put them in the ground, just so things aren't kind of like wiring and winding everywhere. But yeah, it's going good. See what other plants I want to get going in this raised bed, and I'm really hoping to get this one finished today and hopefully also get a good bit of that one chopped up and bring that back here just to start the moisture retaining process. And eventually I do want to just have edibles being ground cover and becoming the moisture retainer. But for now, because I do not have a spread of edible ground cover, I'm just going to be using that. And that'll decompose anyway, and it'll make the ground cover even easier to install. So this is the first bed. I started over here the other day and I started to go this direction. Mostly peppers, because I pretty much had a lot of peppers that I had grown from the seed that I was just kind of cultivating within pots. But I think this is going to be the pepper and herb bed over here with this random papaya tree. Pretty happy about what I have going on so far. I have a lot of little herb pockets here and there. So with every pepper and every green leaf I have a herb in between each one. And I know that the slugs do not really go so much for the peppers, especially if they're spicy. But I still wanted to just kind of like keep a cohesive herb to pepper and green ratio, just to kind of spread it out so that the slugs would just not want to come anywhere near these raised beds altogether. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of them in the following days. I did not bring a lot of the mulch over here quite yet. I just did a little bit. I just kind of wanted to give equal parts sun as opposed to how much water I gave in. I just drenched it super hard with water. So it's soaking that in along with getting the vitamin D from the sun, getting in a good balance. And then the next day I'm gonna come back and bring all this back over here just to start retaining the moisture and get that part going. So it's kind of like day 3 doing this. I'm just stopping by for a second to situate these pillars. I'm gonna get this going, keep my eye on it, get these stakes, and hopefully get the fence going today too. So that'll fully complete this raised bed. Just because I noticed the chickens already going in there, and that's not okay for when the plants are super young like that. Stake number 1. Where's that number 3? Work it, work it, work it, work it. For like the chickens to know that they can't get in easy, you know, like
Right here.
yeah, that's perfect. Just enough to keep the chickens out.
I got a bunch of bamboo stakes, so I gave you 2.
Every time I'm gardening, the sun comes out really quickly. Today was just a super mini project, and that was to get the fence up. And we got a little jerry-rigged chicken-proof fence around the first raised bed. And I'm gonna come back in a couple of days and check up on it to make sure that it is working. You can normally tell if a chicken's been kind of tampering with your raised beds just because you'll see little holes where they've been scratching.
Potter, the culprit.
I don't think she's the one that's been scratching. This is Goldie, one of the hens on the property. She lays beautiful blue eggs because she's an Americana. The Americanas have these cool beards going on, so she's super cool though. But yeah, this one should keep them out for now. I'm gonna stabilize it more. I just need to go get a staple gun from Donnie's place to kind of really fortify at the bottom against a wood frame. It's gonna be good. And we got a little rain 2 nights ago, so everything's fairly soaked, but I'm gonna soak it again just because it is still brand new installed plant. So I'm gonna, you know, give it another good drench since I'm not gonna be here tonight. But yeah, successful landscaping sesh, I want to say. Successful because it's gonna do good. It's gonna help with the progress in the long run. And I'm also gonna get some seedlings going today. I want to get some poha berries that are super similar to tomatillos, but they're more fruit-like as opposed to vegetable-like. But then again, I've heard that tomatoes are basically a fruit anyway. So I'm gonna get some of those going along with some other veggie seedlings before I tackle the other 2 beds. I have a couple of seedling trays, plenty dirt that I just got more of today. So I'm gonna get that started and call it a day. But first, I need to drink some water. I am super thirsty right now. That sun will drain you. Always drink water. Oh, hey, Maka.
Is that his name, Maka?
Her name. Maka, you went missing the other day. What happened? I've been kind of like helping dial in the chicken coop a little bit just because I obviously have some experience with chickens. But let me show you guys what's going on here. So this is where they kind of hang out at night. These are free range chickens. We let them out of the coop in the daytime to do their scratching, exploring, go pick around the yard for cockroaches and whatever they might want to eat. But every time they lay an egg or when it's time to go to sleep, they always come back in here. And we have all these beautiful laying boxes over here for them. I've been noticing that they like to lay in here more so. Do we have any eggs right now? Okay, there's 1 egg right now. I'm gonna leave it though. There's also a golf ball just because this kind of encourages laying. It's supposed to imitate an egg and they go in here because they think it's an egg. But look at that poofy beard. She's so cute, huh? But yeah, that's the chicken coop. So this one, I believe belongs to a Leghorn chicken. Her, I have not named yet. The chicken that lays this egg, at least. I haven't named her yet, but she lays beautiful blue eggs, which are super tasty, and I love them. This is kind of just where I keep the eggs. When you have super fresh eggs like that, you should not refrigerate them. But yeah, I got some water. I'm gonna get hydrated. I'm gonna chill out a little bit. We got some laundry going before I get out there, and I'm just kind of waiting for the sun to go down a little bit just because I'm gonna be away for like a day and a half. I'm gonna go spearfish tomorrow morning and probably not be back until the morning after that because it's a friend's birthday. So that's why I kind of want to wait for the sun to go down so that I can soak the bed really good and the sun will not try to evaporate the water whatsoever until like the next morning, obviously. I got the mulch spread out and I got the little stakes going on, and you can't really see the fence from here, but the fence is set up. Yeah, I think it's gonna be super great. I'm excited to grow some food and just eat from the garden again. Catch my fish and herb it up with the herbs from the garden. I always, for some reason, I have so much trouble with chard. Any kind chard. Rainbow chard, regular chard. I always have trouble, but I'm gonna try it again because I still have seeds for it. So right now I'm just gonna look around for some leafy green seeds. I have some heirloom dinosaur kale. I'm gonna do that with the Swiss chard. Oh, I definitely want to get some zucchini and cucumber growing. Leafy greens I'm gonna stay away from just a little bit because the slugs love the leafy greens here. And I know kale is a leafy green. Kale I can kind of like help a little bit just because they're more of a thicker green. I'm looking for some collard greens. That's what I'm looking for. And stevia. Is this stevia? I think it is. Yeah, this is stevia. I might do some of those a little later. Got some cucumbers. A lot of cucumbers. Okay, so this is a spread that I decided on. It's kind of funny because I have so many different seed companies of the same type of plants. So there's 3 different types of kale seeds, all the same thing, dinosaur kale. I have 3-4 different cucumbers, a whole mess of different beans going on. And what I'm gonna do is, because these are the vining variety, I'm going to grow them together, kind of like companion planting. I'm gonna have them just kind of like grow along this trellis I'm gonna build eventually. That's an idea. I'm gonna grow a whole mess of this amaranth because it's gonna be really good ground cover and it just kind of spreads around everywhere. I'm gonna attempt to grow the Black Beauty eggplant from seed, and I was successful before, so I don't doubt this one whatsoever. The scallop squash, and the summer squash also, because these grow really fast and it's a big fruit. I remember one time I grew this one squash that was the size of a wine bottle, so that was super cool. Hopefully I have plenty more of that. And these are not vining whatsoever. This just kind of stays in its little area. It does get really big though, so I'm thinking about if I were to put this in the beds, I'm gonna put them in kind of like the corner area so they have plenty room to bush out, and maybe kind of like one in the middle, just so they have plenty space, and I'll just do companion planting around them. But if I have them in the corner like that, they can just bush out outwards and just, you know, look for the room that they want so they're not suffocated. But yeah, I'm gonna start planting these seeds in these little trays that I have. Let's get planting. Like, do I want them in the beds, you mean? Okay, because they look really tall. They don't look like it's gonna be ground cover, you know? I want to get a lot of comfrey for a ground cover. So I have, yeah, exactly. And I'm doing some amaranth seedlings right now because I want to do that along with comfrey and maybe coleus for ground, like live ground cover.